here we go. Video number 2. Um, just to kind of get my feet wet on YouTube, you know? Like I said before, I'm hoping you'll like it. This is the thrift haul I promised because I went from my estate sale pickup straight to several thrift stores. Actually, well, there was 2 Value Villages in this haul, 2 Salvation Armies, and 1 at the Teen Challenge thrift store. Or resale store, I guess is what they call it. But again, it's a charity thrift store. I need to look it up and learn a little bit more about them because it's hard to find what they do exactly in the community. But they're always super friendly people, and I love going in there. And that is where we find some of our best Halloween deals. My family does. My kids got us into Renaissance fairs because they were into that and the sword fighting. And that same group does a haunted trail in the woods. So we make all sorts of creepy stuff. In fact, a lot of times, like I said before, my kids kind of steal stuff when I bring it home and decide what they want for their decor. My husband does the same thing. And sometimes he takes stuff that I didn't necessarily want to go that direction. One time I went and I found on Craigslist somebody had was selling their store or booth inventory. They had fabric, not mannequins, just the torsos, so from the neck to the hips. Couple men, couple women, shaped, beautiful. I wanted to use them to put clothes that, you know, I find stuff at the bins. I find stuff that I want to refashion into other things. I have right over here. I don't think I can show you. I'm an 80s girl. It's this gorgeous Levi's denim jacket that's been acid washed. It almost looks like somebody took bleach to it and tried to fade it even further. It's got some holes. I thought it would be really cool to do some embroidery on it. Maybe put a little something cool, flannel, lace, something around the edges to dress it up a little bit and make it new again. I will show that to you in another video, because I don't know how to use this camera thing really. I mean, it's my phone. It's a camera. But in this little space that I'm in right at the moment, to turn it around would be kind of difficult. But anyway, those torso things turned out to be Halloween decorations. One of them is wrapped in a garbage bag and a bunch of rope, looking like a body part laying on the side of the road. A couple others have been corpsed, which means my husband took them and covered them in latex and made little veins and all sorts of creepy rotting body parts. They look really, really cool. I have some pictures saved somewhere from a Frankenstein's thing we did, my son did, my youngest, along with some other body parts we made out of tape and saran wrap, and then latex them and put the veins and stuff. It's all really neat. And if you are interested in that, I will definitely be showing you some of that, because we are a bit of a Halloween nuts around here. Next to Christmas, or maybe along with Christmas, it's like there's 2 holidays in this family. Well, there's one day for the 4th of July because fireworks are cool. But otherwise, it's Halloween or Christmas around here. And mostly Christmas because I love Christmas, or they'd be Halloween all year long. But on to the thrift haul. Nothing Halloween-y here right at the moment, but that is why I love Teen Challenges. We found a lot of beautiful cast iron, wrought iron, things that make creepy candles, creepy lighting we can make out of, you know, because we're out there with no electricity or anything, so we do some really cool stuff with that to light things up. There is occasionally electricity, but it's not really encouraged. We try to keep things kind of industrial, steampunk, medieval, Renaissance, that kind of thing. And it's out in the woods, so it's, and my husband's the fog master. Makes it really creepy, really cool. Anyway, on to the thrift haul. Not a whole lot of vintage, some really cool stuff. Some of it's gifts, some of it's stuff I'm keeping. Like this, I'm keeping. I just got it. It was at the thrift store. It's coconut coffee. It's a bar soap, and it smells amazing. It was $1.89. They found it. It came from TJ Maxx. There were several of them, but I couldn't pass this up. We're trying to get back to away from the body washes and all those things in plastic bottles, because there's a lot less packaging here, and it's definitely a lot more environmentally friendly. I'm just a little picky like that. Learned that from my lovely grandparents. My grandmother, who I still cherish every moment I get to spend with and make a point of spending that time with her. The other thing I found, these, I'm keeping these. It was $3 for a set of 4. So there's 1, 2 little summer party condiment bowls. 3, I love the bright colors, and flip-flops. I mean, if you have to wear shoes in the summer, which I don't really like to, but sometimes the ground gets too hot, especially when it's dirt, flip-flops are the way to go. I'm a barefoot girl, but I love shoes. I have lots and lots of shoes. And an orange one. Can you see that? They're new. Same as that pepper pan I showed last time. The pepper platter. The next thing I got was, this is for a craft project. I'm not sure exactly what yet. It's a cute little hummingbird. It's made of brass. It's really thin. It's on a spring. It may have even been a dollar store decoration at one time. I used to be able to buy stuff like this there. These aren't real crystals. Well, maybe. They're just glass. But they're pretty, and it would go on something cute. Another thing I tend to buy a lot at thrift stores is utensils. Like I said, my husband's a cook. He has a food truck that he works out of, sometimes does catering, does cooks for the events at Creepy Hollow and the Renaissance fairs and other things like that where the kids are at. When I say kids, they're 16, 21, and 24, but they're still my babies. So anyway, I always buy when I find decent quality ones because it's usually a good price and way better than going to the store, and certainly better than the dollar store. My last pastry blender broke. We make lots of biscuits and gravy. Although we've started gluten-free. I tried gluten-free biscuits the other day, but it would have been a lot nicer with my pastry blender. And they turned out okay. And this super solid stainless steel ladle. So the pastry blender was 49 cents. The ladle was 99 cents. Can't beat that for kitchenware. And then on to the other stuffs. I told you I'm into boats, marine things. I love natural rocks, stone, wood, metal, elemental kind of stuff. So this was just right up my alley. Look at this awesome pirate ship. I love the anchor that dangles there. And it's all metal. And it's, like I said, it's nothing old. I paid $4.89 for it at the Salvation Army. And I just really liked it. So this is something that's going to stay in my house. It was something I had to have. It definitely jumped right off the shelf and said, I'm coming home with you. Some of the other things, this was from the Teen Challenge. I just thought it was really pretty. I love pottery things. Maybe one of these days I'll take you on a tour of my library. There's all sorts of random pottery. Some of it's high school art, but I love the colors. This doesn't really blend in with a whole lot that I have. I have a lot of browns and blues. This has got a little bit more green. It was just really nice. It says 99 cents for the set. There was only one there. But I got it. It was neat. I might try and resell it. I don't know. The other, let's see, I found this coffee mug at Value Village. I just loved the kind of abstract trees. I think they're trees because they got trunks and roots instead of just leaves. Really pretty colors. It looks older to me, but there's no markings on it. I paid $1.50. If somebody loves it enough to pay me $5 for it, I might sell it, but otherwise I'm keeping it. The other things, just little things that caught my eye. I'm dipping my feet back into the reselling pool. It's been a long time. Butterflies. I just thought I'd get some things and bring them home and see what I could find online about them. This says Andrea by Sadek, and it's got a sticker on that says Charles? Yes, Charles Sadek Imports. Looked it up. They sell between $10 and $15 on eBay. That's the sold listings. Some of the other designs, a little bit more with the flowers or tulips on them, but I like butterflies. I like tulips too, but I really like the butterflies here, so I brought it home. Sorry about ducking out. I forgot. Another thing I always look at is scarves and textiles and different things. I've got a lot of nothing really old scarves or swimsuit wraps or things in like batik prints because I want to remake things out of them or add some beads to them and make them a little bit more blingy and fun, and I love the bright colors. But I saw this there last time. I love these kind of batik prints and the colors were just so gorgeous. So it will become part of a project someday. I'm not sure exactly what. I just knew I had to have it because I love the colors. And along that lines, I also found this. Maybe one of you know more about it than I do. It is just gorgeous. It's a crochet tablecloth. It's square. I cannot find anything wrong with it. It's this beautiful pattern. There's no areas where there might have been a tag on it that somebody cut off that I could find. No damage. and it was only $3.99 at Value Village. It smells like a grandma's house, so I don't know if that necessarily means it's old, but I just couldn't pass it up. I would really love to learn how to do this. So this is something I'm going to be looking on YouTube to learn how to do, because YouTube did teach me to crochet. Grandma tried to teach me how to knit, but I'm not coordinated enough to do that two-handed thing. Crochet was a lot easier for me. My mom crochets, but she lives on the other side of the state, so I don't get to see her that often. So thank you, YouTube, for all the tutorials, because it's been fun, and it's something actually I've shared with some friends at work who learned when they could learn it off of YouTube. They have taken off and done way more than I have, but it's been fun. But I would love to learn, and the little snowflakes and doilies, that would be nice. Another thing I've picked up at Value Village, these are marked Japan. I don't think you can see them. It's not colored, but it's there. Like I said, my grandmother's very into birds. We usually get together once a year because she lives in Alaska. My mom's in Seattle and Oregon. There's a motorhome. We take grandma out. She's 93. And we go somewhere where there's beaches and birds, because that's what she likes to go see when she gets away from the winter and the snow and the cold. She's always been a bird lover, and I found these. I don't know if you can see. So they've got different birds on them, and I thought they'd be perfect motorhome mugs. The different birds. This one's got the cardinal and the nuthatch and the swallow, so ones we see more around here. And some other. This one's got a little bit of a flaw, but since they're motorhome mugs, they were $1.29 a piece. And there was just the 3 of them. I looked for a 4th, but usually it's 3 of us. It's me and my mom and my grandma, or my mom and my grandma and my aunt, depending on who can be there at the time. Another thing I found, these were at the Salvation Army in their as-is room. I don't know what that means. Other than they're selling them really cheap. They were yellow tags. That day was 50% off. These were 89 cents a piece. And then half off of that. Or no, $1.89 a piece and half off of that. So it was $1. They were 95 cents a piece. These are hazy. Now I could be saying it wrong. Haisey glasses. They're vintage. I want to say about the 50s. This was their 25th anniversary silver pattern with the lariat pattern. It's a sugar and creamer. I've seen these. I haven't actually seen any of them sold, but there's several listed on both eBay and Etsy from anywhere from $10 to $20. And I like the weight. And I thought they were pretty, so I thought I'd take a chance and look them up and see what I could learn about them, and that's what I learned. So they're American-made glass. Another thing I got just because I liked it, Salvation Army, 89 cents. It's still got the sticker goo on it. I haven't cleaned it up yet. Cute little itty-bitty bud vase. Goes with some of my other, actually I do have some red pottery in the room that has the lizards and the birds and all the plants and stuff like that. So the red goes in there. I bought this because I thought it was super cute. Again, $1.89. Salvation Army, not on sale. It's an oil lamp of some sort, and it's got this pretty little rose. Can you see that? It's beautiful. Not anything that really goes with my decor, but I love these rose things once in a while. No markings. I have some plates. Not quite. They're more of a silvery rose. This instead of green, they got a lot of silver on the outside of the edge of the plates. But I just thought they were pretty, and maybe somebody will love it, and it won't have to go to the trash. Value Village. These were half off. It was $3 for the set. They were just so pretty. I couldn't leave them there. Don't know what I'll do with them yet. They've got Japanese markings on the bottom, but I haven't found any on any of those listings. I joined that Old Things Identification page. Somebody's posted some great websites to look up these old markings, but I haven't found these ones yet. I don't think they're old, but they are super pretty little rice bowls. These I bought mostly because I've seen some of these videos, Miss Crazy Lamp Lady on her Relic Recoverist, or both the others, the Fitz and Floyd. I remembered the name, can remember what was so special about them, but I remembered the name and it said pick them up. They're napkin rings with the hens and the chick. I got a set of 4 for $3. There's 1, 2. They're all in great condition, no chips, no cracks, no nothing. They're beautiful. And my mother decorates her kitchens with chickens. And these are just so pretty. Guess what she's getting for Mother's Day? Which is also close to her anniversary, but I'm sure I'll find more stuff to send her, clutter up her kitchen instead of mine. She's got two. She could use the clutter. And the last things, I was a little disappointed. These were things I had in my truck. I keep a tote in the back seat of my truck to put stuff in when I find it. Unfortunately, my tote was full of stuff. So the bag that these came in, these were one of those. Same with the roosters. I paid $2.99, or sorry, hens, for a bag of these. They were hanging on the wall at the Value Village. So you don't really see inside the bag really well. So same with this, $2.99 for these little fruit, hand blown glass. They got the no real rough edges. It's been cleaned up really well, but it's got the swirl down there. I'm assuming this is supposed to be a pear, but it's almost got some squash lines to it. And a pumpkin. It's really cute, but not as cute as the ones my mom made me when she was learning how to blow glass. And an apple, which was my favorite one, this lovely green apple. And like I said, I couldn't see it in the bag, and I'm assuming this happened probably when I was bringing it home, but it's got a crack. Not full thickness yet, but it goes all the way up the side. I don't think you can see that. Oh, there it is. From the bottom all the way up the top. But my kids still played with it. It was their green for St. Patty's Day because my son wasn't wearing any. He put it on his head. Somebody else offered to go get the crossbow and shoot it off of his head. We decided that was a bad idea, especially in the kitchen when we're making dinner. Anyway, that was my post estate sale pickup thrift haul. Yeah, I really like the stuff, but I can't keep it all. That's why some of it's going to be gifts. Some of it might end up on eBay, and some of it might end up in a yard sale, but hopefully it'll go to somebody who loves it if I can't keep it. But I love it all, and I cannot keep keeping this stuff. So anyway, I probably next week will do some more videos. I'm hoping you will tell me in the comments what you like, what I got that you think is neat, what you think I should have passed up on and left behind, or what you'd like to see more of in the future. I've got some great stuff downstairs in the basement I found just the other day when I was moving things around. Another estate sale box. I paid more than $2. I think I paid like $22 for it, but it's a 1950s jewelry boxes full of old jewelry. Nothing really super fabulous. I haven't looked at it since I brought it home. It's moved from one house. We've moved several times over the last couple of years until we settled here. And I forgot I had it, and I found it in the basement. If you'd like to see that in a haul video or check it out, let me know. And we'll see what we can do with some of those things and maybe make some of the things new or enjoy them for what they are. Y'all have a good night.